the guest bedroom at the family cabin. It's me, Rugby Coach Joe. They're lining up for the anthems right now. We're watching England versus Ireland. Few things to note. Today's broadcast is sponsored by Spotted Cow, New Glarus Brewing Company, only in Wisconsin. If you're going to be drinking beers in Wisconsin in the morning, they better be Spotted Cow. Also brought to you by Badger Kings Rugby Company. Shout out my man Rizzo. Give me a little feedback here, there, everywhere. I'm going to add a little whiteboard today, perhaps do a little analysis of things as we see them happen in the game. But we got the old dependable Midwest Barbos one up there. We got the Vale Rugby. We got the Fort Dodge Stags. Fantastic. A few things I'm noting, just looking at the lineups as they're doing anthems. Henry Pollock is getting his first England start, the youngster with the big white mop. He's kind of been on fire for a while, for over a solid year or so now, really burst onto the international scene, been killing it. I believe it's with Saints in the Premiership. First England start. People have been clamoring for that for a while, and he's finally getting called up. So anthems. I guess I'm going to go through one thing. There was a few technical things I noticed last week I want to talk about, particularly in the Wales versus France game. Now, this is a thing Wales did to score their first try, and they did it again, and it's wildly simple rugby move. Now, Wales are the worst team in this competition, to be fair, but I think there's still things we can learn. And as I've mentioned, in each game Wales has played, they've had spells where they've tried to play positively. So they're knocking on the door. Like here's the try line. We're going to have Wales guys be attacking. Here's our ruck. All right. Now we've got a post defender, a next defender, a next defender, and a next defender. Now, usually with these defenders, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a line because I think that represents like shoulder and hip angle really nicely. So super simple. At any level of rugby, you can do this. They've got Wales has a couple of forwards out here. All right. So when we usually think of like that unders overs move out the back, you usually think of it out in the back line and in wide space, but it can be super effective when done like right at the gain line. All Wales was doing is this outside forward. He runs his little unders line. And as this happens, see, note that shoulder hip, there we go. All of a sudden the defender turns in right there. All right. So now here's the most space on the field, and then the pass goes right here, like flat, right at the gain line. Now, this was off of a ruck. This can also be just as like a first receiver approaches a gain line. But he gets that defender to turn. They run that really hard one. I think there might have been a third one, actually, in that one last week where Wales got him. But he gets that defender to turn, and it opens up just this littlest gap. And that's how Wales scored their first try. Super, super simple thing. All right, they're going through lineups now. Tom Curry's on 100 caps. Nice. Pollock's at 8. Ben Earl's over at 7. Itoje's captain. What else we got? Ford still at fly half. Dingwall, Lawrence, Freeman, Arundel, and Stewart. That checks out. All right. Borthwick up in the booth. Hey, what's up, y'all? Do I play Roblox? Nah, sorry, dude. I don't play Roblox. I'm watching some rugby. Enjoy, though. Have a great one. At Ireland lineup, Doris at 8, at captain, Byrne, Vanderfleet, McCluskey. Crawley starting at 10. That was the big one, I figured. Gibson Parks at 9. Osborne's still at 15. Balcoonian low on the wings. That checks out. Yeah, they needed to do that. That insertion of Crawley in the game last week was absolutely massive. I have kids. I do have a kid. But they just woke up and my wife is taking care of the old baby. I have one child. She is quite young though, not yet Roblox, like just barely knows a few words. So, what do we got for the referee? Oh, we got a French referee. Okay. We got a French referee. Interesting. I'm excited to see this. This should be this is maybe probably the matchup of the weekend, to be honest. England, Ireland, both 1-1. This is going to be a differentiator. Whoever wins this game probably finishes higher than the other in the standings. This is probably England, I would say, still has the chops to win it if France bombs at some point, or if England can get past them. But this is, I think England could still, like, runner up is probably where they end up. I personally think England win this match, but this could still go either way. This is a big one. This is going to determine like where these teams finish in the final standings. I would say it's a big one. George Ford going to kick off to his right here into the Irish 22. And McCluskey takes it up, smashes it. Nice. Do I have Pokemon? I love Pokemon, but I wouldn't say I have Pokemon. I got one of my best rugby friends is this Japanese dude, and he bought me one of those Pokemon, like the hats, like a full hat. So I got some Pokemon underwear myself, but no, I don't do the cards and stuff. So England's on the attack. They're at the Irish 10 meter line. Ireland cleared it, but it didn't go too deep. England attacking to the left, towards the left sideline, looking like they're pretty ambitious here from the get-go. Oh, there he goes. Good little Mitchell with the little dummy and go. Yeah, England just definitely showing some ambition from the get-go. Genge smashes it up, makes gain line. Ford going for the cross kick. Okay. And he got him, I think Freeman on the right winger there. Freeman takes that ball. Yeah, good, big first minute from England. We're a minute 10 in. Itoje takes it up. They're just outside the 22. Ooh, Ford goes for the little chip kick. What's it called? He's got advantage on the knock on. Ireland ended up getting this here. So, okay. George Ford putting in two kicks early, two like more slightly like speculative attacking kicks, but did something with the first one. Second one got charged down, and then I think it got charged down, hit him back. It was a knock on. So we're going to have the first scrum of the game here to Ireland. You need some Pokemon? Yeah, I don't know, man. Sorry, can't help you. I love the character, and I love Japanese culture's fascination with Pokemon, but not my deal. All right, first scrum of the game. This is going to be a big one. Always like a tone setter. As a coach, you always did like the first scrum of the game. That's a big one. What do you got for pack weights here? Yeah, England just over 900 kgs, Ireland just under 900 kgs. So that's a bit of beef. So it's an average of about a little over 110 kilograms per player in that pack. For those of us who don't do the metrics, that's pretty dang big. Multiply by 2.2, that'll get you there. So they're big fellas. Referees on Ellis Genge's side of this scrum here. Let's see what we got. Again, this is always a huge tone set. So you got Gibson Park is looking to thanks, dude. You subscribed and liked? Appreciate it, Carter. Thanks, dude. We're coming back up on this scrum. I hope you find the Pokemon. Gotta catch them all. All right. This is always a bit of it annoys me, the reset scrums, but it makes sense. I do it myself when I referee, which is often enough. All right. And combined. Oh, free kick. All right. He's playing the free kick to Ireland. Said early push from the English. Kind of a sloppy, like out the back pass. Ireland kicks it downfield. Lands in and then goes to touch. So we're going to have England, I think, first line out of the game now to England in their own half, but right around the 10-meter line. You getting a VR for your birthday? That's sweet, dude. Cowan Dickey throwing the ball. Yeah, exactly on English 10. Oh, they tried something tricky and it went poorly. So Ireland takes this. They're playing from there. McCluskey hits it up, gets definite gain line there over the 10. Crawley back inside, hits a big forward on the inside. Yeah, Ireland plays that. They tight pods of 3 with that first receiver option, like out the back of it. They can always make that late decision to play it out the back. Oh, Gibson Park, little dart, offload to Crawley, offload to the prop. Ireland on the front foot. They're inside the 22 here. Oh, hitting James Lowe. Oh, James Lowe knocks it on. I hope you have a great day too, Carter. Thanks, dude. I appreciate you being here. That was a lovely, lovely spell of attack from I don't know what England was trying to do. They were trying something tricky and it went poorly and the Irish player just jumped it. But yeah, Gibson Park with the dart to Crawley and he offloads to his prop. And then Gibson Park goes down the left side and James Lowe just, slippery ball. Just looked like a slippery ball. Dang. Really, really a couple. Both England's had one good spell of attack. Ireland right there off of that lineout steal had a nice spell of attack. This has been good start. James Lowe dominated round two's attack statistics with 9 defenders beaten in 4 line breaks. Yeah, it was Ireland. He makes their attack so much better. Oh, we got the princess. We got Kate Middleton up there. The lady, what I believe she is the Princess of Wales. Prince William's wife. She's looking classy, talking to some young rugby fella, it looks like. Okay, so I think the call, so he's bringing it out. I think they took the scrum option here because anytime there's a knock-on into touch, you get the option of scrum or line out because it's a knock-on happened first, but then the ball was knocked into touch, so it ends up being a scrum is the option England takes. Crouch bind set. Oh, yeah, he's going to reset that one as well. Gives the signal. Like, no, went down. Can't really see somebody. Can't really blame anyone in particular for this. Oh, yeah, both packs get up, and they're like, yeah. Tag Furlong's starting here this week. Remember, he got I've never seen that. I think Ireland got by Italy last week, but there was the one scrum. You don't see Tag Furlong doesn't come under pressure like he did last week. It was absolutely crazy. He got popped and fully picked off the ground, like 3-4 feet off the ground. I've never seen anything like that. Tag Burn is a gigantic loose head or it's a tight head prop. You just don't really see that happen. That's not a normal thing. And that Italian scrum has looked absolutely devastating so far this Six Nations. England with the scrum, that wheels. Yeah, I think so. Yep. He gives the penalty to England. I think he made the call on the wheel here, which is, I think is fair that it turned and then it turned really fast. Yeah. Let's see the replay on this. So on the opposite side of the scrum, you could see the Irish loose head. You could see his arm just go like that. I'm pretty sure the English tight head just cranked him and got him off balance. And then the only thing he could do is chase his feet, and then the whole scrum just goes. And dark arts, opposite side of the referee. Again, they didn't show a clear thing, but what I could see from the above angle was that it looked like all of a sudden you saw his shoulder and elbow just jerk down. It wasn't it didn't look smooth like it was an intentional one. It looked like it got done to him. So good on the English tight head there. Ireland with the steal off the line out. This is a second one. Oh, Gibson Park with the dart. Man, they're looking to offload here in some of these tackles, and it's really looking pretty. So Ireland well inside the English 22, maybe, hey, what's up? Hot bag shreds? What up? We're watching rugby here. Ireland, England, Six Nations. Ireland's got the advantage, and they're on the English 5-meter line, so looking like they're going to have the first opportunity for points. Crawley sends it wide to James Lowe, sends it wide to his hooker out in the wide channel. Still 5 meters out, knocking on the English door. Out the back. Yeah, this Irish attack just looks better with Crawley. I think I said it last week. Nope. Okay, no advantage gained. Coming back for the penalty. Why can't I just show it? Do I like trains? Yeah, I do like trains. I can't show it because of copyright, or what we did, the broadcast rights. So it's on Peacock. And Peacock spends a lot of money to buy the tournament rights. And so as soon as if I put on the audio or if I put on any clip of it, while it's live, YouTube will automatically flag it. Afterwards, after the games are, that's a great, hold on. They're replaying the the steal off of that line out, it was actually a steal in the maul. Like England won the line out and they brought it down and mauled, and Crawley knocks it through. So 3-0 Ireland. Once it's over, you can do some things with the clips. But while it's going on, no, the live stream itself is super protected. And Peacock pays a lot for that. And so, yeah, the surest way to get this thing shut down, like immediately, would be to show any of the footage or any of the audio, like while it's happening. Ireland take the kick. They take it down the left side. James Lowe hoofs it. Coming back to George Ford. George Ford puts up the high ball. Hoping you can see that. Yeah, we got Ireland 3, England 0. Doing a little scoreboard, little whiteboard. Kick goes back. James Lowe kicks it through again. Deep into the English half. I think we got Ford again. Oh, wow. Gosh, man, watching these guys' legs. Like George Ford just smashed it way into the Irish 22. Crawley to Osborne, who's got a massive left boot on him. He kicks it all the way down almost to the 22. Freddie Stewart to Arundel. Oh, Arundel, good. Takes a little half gap, gets over halfway. What's the call here, sir? What is the call, sir? England with the penalty. Let's see what they do with that. I can't see with these English. So I always watch with the captioning, but whenever there's a bunch of England players in it, when there's England players in it, you can't really see the captioning because they have white jerseys and the captioning's in white. So then it causes me to be a little bit lost with what a lot of times, the announcers fill you in a little bit. England go to kick for the corner and miss touch. Let that be a lesson. That's the worst thing that can happen is missing touch. Yeah, they're showing the replay of Arundel is really nice. Okay, now England did some trickery and it looked really, really sharp. They like fake a lift and then they go to the front and it immediately sets them all. So inside the Irish 10-meter line, about halfway between the 10 and the 22. Where to watch? Peacock in the U.S. I'm in the U.S., and so it's Peacock. Let's go. England looking. Mitchell is good. He looks to dummy and go a lot, or he like fixes defenders very, very well. That's the English scrum half. Oh, Pollock is through into the 22, man. You know Pollock when you see him. He's got that big blonde mop on him. Dummy and go from Ford. Oh, the placement, a little bit sloppy, but they cleaned it up. So now we got England like 10 meters away. So this is so far so good. A few mistakes, but pretty good rugby overall from both these teams, England and Ireland. Loving to see it. Again, this is going to be a big match, is determining where these teams end up in the standings. Oh, little baby out the back move. I think was that Ollie Lawrence? Yep, Ollie Lawrence, the nice run. Oh, Ellis Genge on the front foot inside he's about 3 meters out. Barreling, bumbling, smashing into dudes. Pollock is a dummy. They use it as Chesham, I think. Mitchell goes left. Ford hits good. Irish defense they've stiffened here. Oh, great shoot. Great defensive shoot from England went with like a wide skip and the Irish player just shot it. That's actually an interesting one. And then they hoofed it downfield. I want to see this replay quick. Oh, no, they're showing the break to Pollock. So Ireland is like down a man here. And so if here's a ruck, like the English ruck, and then these X's are going to be England attackers. And let's say we've got an Irish defender here on the ball at the ruck. We got another Irish defender here. We got another Irish defender kind of out in space. All right, so they're down. They're like this. They're down a man. If they can work this, they've got an extra man. They should be able to put this in. They go like he picks and draws, and he makes this pass. And this guy's running a line. He makes this flat pass right here. This defender shoots, and he killed it right there. It was beautiful, honestly, really beautiful, perfect defensive work. Anytime you find yourself under resourced like that, you've got to be really aggressive back against your own goal line. But and which they were at this point, in way out further in space, it's a bit more of like you got to make the decision, like, can I get there and shoot that and kill it on a long pass? So this long pass, you think about it, as the ball's in the air, the ball's going where it's going. That's when you can make the read and shoot, and then you kill it. And he smoked them and he knocked it on, and it was beautiful defensive play from Ireland. Now we've got England. So Ireland kicked it downfield. England just had a line out. They're continuing to look to go short. I think I'm not sure if they don't like their chances, like in the regular line out or what, but they're doing some tricky things. It's mostly working. Puts the box kick up. That might be the first box kick of the game. Balcooney. Wow, beautiful take. Balcooney, just a gigantic wing out there on the right wing for Ireland, opposite James Lowe. Beautiful, like textbook take. So if you go back, if you're watching this on replay, go to about 12:55 on the game clock. That is Balcooney shows you exactly how to take a high ball. Well, Gibson Park puts a cheeky little chip kick, box kick in. Really well handled by England. George Ford reverses the field. England still attacking. Freddie Stewart. Man, ball just got dropped. I'm not sure what happened or if the defender punched it out, but Ireland got it. So Ireland with the ball back here, just between their own 10 and 22. We are 13 minutes, 45 seconds in. Oh, they've got an overlap on the left side. Oh, great pickoff. Great pickoff. Couldn't see the number on the English player, but Ireland had a really nice overlap, and he tried to go over the top. What up, Marky Mark? How you doing, Florida? Watching England-Ireland here. England's got it back. That was a great defensive play. You saw that it's kind of the same thing that happened at the end of the James Lowe did against Italy last week, where the offensive player tries to go over the top, and he just times it, gets it, grabs it, and killed. Not just change of possession, and also killed the overlap. Scottish? How popular is rugby in the U.S.? If I'm being honest, I would still say it's a niche sport. I've managed to make a living off of it. I've coached at the college level for over a decade. Just had my first kid, so moved back home to Wisconsin. So I'm doing this. I would say, who was it? Hold on, I'm trying to see the replay on who that was. I think that was Fraser Dingwall who made that jumped up and made that intercept. If I'm honest, it's a niche sport. Our men's team, I feel like, is constantly underachieving. Our women's team is globally competitive. I'd say we're kind of like just second tier below like New Zealand, France, England women. The men's Eagles have been quite a frustration throughout my life, to be honest. Where I'm seeing it be successful is places that get a group of kids playing at a really young age. So rugby's like really, I think the fact that the country's so big really hampers us at the national team level, because there's clubs, there's universities, there's high schools. There's some high schools in the States that are actually really, really good. The thing is, they're generally geographically so far away from the next good competition that we have this centralization of talent. You really only get the very best players playing together if they make that U18 team or something. And I think that's something I've talked about and written about a little on my Substack, is that density of talent is something I think we struggle with like massively. You're trying to sleep? Why you got YouTube on, dog? Turn the volume down. How about this? We can make it slightly softer. We'll put you to sleep here. So we got a scrum here to Ireland. Now the point of this is I'm going to talk. So apologies. I've done this for a living for quite some time, and now I'm trying to do it in a little bit of a different way. So Ireland's putting the scrum. Oh, good pressure from the English, but the ball came out. Okay. No, yeah, he gave the penalty to England. It says Ireland pulled it down. It's probably a good call. They were under a lot of pressure. I think he said Furlong pulled it down. I think rugby in the States a thing. Yeah, and George Ford, they got the penalty at the 5-meter line, just outside the 22, looking like he wants to kick for touch. So, as they would say, England showing intent. Man, I think that's a second. Oh, I think that was a wrong call. It looked like Ellis Genge just slipped. I don't know that AR. I would disagree with that call. Actually, that looks like Ellis Genge just slipped underneath the tight head and pulled it down. But George Ford fails to find touch for the second time. Hey, thanks, dude. He loves the NFL. I got friends in Ireland and the UK who have gotten like madly obsessed with the NFL. Like they love it. It's I think that it's like a little bit of a different thing and a niche thing. Although it's everything I've heard, it's clearly becoming more popular in the UK and Europe. Is that like, yeah, it's like their thing. They're, everyone else is watching soccer or rugby or whatever, and they just start getting obsessed with the NFL. That's awesome. I'm a Packers fan. I almost put a Packers jersey up here, but I was like, it's not quite relevant. So George Ford puts the high ball up. Great take. I think that was Freddie Stewart does a good job hitting that back. Itoje cleans it up. So England get the ball back just a little bit inside the Irish 10. Good inside ball. Gets him on the front foot. Genge gets the gain line there. Pollock is he's a big lad, but he's so good at getting low in contact. Mitchell with the draw. George Ford to Pollock again. Wow, this is pretty. Good match. Again, I've said over and over again with these Six Nations, I've always kind of liked France because when they're on, they're fun to watch. But I've really been back in Italy lately. Okay, England's inside the 22 there. Nice little half break down the left sideline. But what I'm always rooting for in these matches is I want to see a good rugby game. And so far, so good. We're only at 3-0, 17 minutes in. Itoje, a little tips ball to Itoje. They're on the front foot still. Dingwall hits his center partner. Yeah, Alex Mitchell does a really good job drawing defenders. Freddie Stewart inside, or no, that's not Stewart. Who's on that opposite wing? It's Arundel. Stewart's at 15. Who is that other big winger England have on right now? Not sure. Well, they're knocking on the door here. Itoje. This is where you got to watch out for. A lot of times you see the penalty advantage here because the defending team wants to come up and creep on that line. Yeah, Mitchell does. He really draws really well. Wow, Pollock he's tough to bring down. His body height at contact is fantastic. Ford out the back to Genge. Genge fumbles it. James Lowe hoofs it downfield. Oof. All right. Well, pressure release for the Irish. Really, really good job defensively, knocking that ball away from Ellis Genge. It looked like Genge maybe only kind of one-handed that. I don't know if he might have not been expecting it. Great coaching point, and something I say to my players all the time is like, you gotta, like, even if you think you're running a dummy line, hands need to be there and you need to be ready to catch that ball because it's the guy with the ball in hand. It's his decision if he gives it to you or not. Always be ready for the ball. Always be ready for the ball. You're running a line. Always be ready for the ball. James Lowe is down. I think we got a couple players down here. I think we're going to have a little bit of a break. Oh yes, injury, always an opportunity to bring the water out. I've talked that in a few of these previous broadcasts. The Springboks are masters at this. It's a pet peeve of mine, but it's allowed, and there's a lot of gamesmanship in the game. Every time, injury, whatever, pretend injury maybe, there come the water bottles. Yeah, they're replaying this. Ford, yeah, it's Freeman is the big winger I was talking about, number 14. And yeah, you could see Ford's approaching the gain line, and it looks like he's going to, I think, again, just kind of like coming on the short line, just a little bit behind, and he thinks it's going to be a skip pass in front of him to Freeman, and he's just not ready for it, and he mishandles it. So always be ready to catch the ball. This thing is super valuable. You got to catch this thing. You got to retain the possession here. James Lowe, yeah, I think Lowe might come off. He's limping. Okay, Tommy O'Brien on for James Lowe. Oof, that's a big one. James Lowe had returned from injury last week, had a huge performance. He's looked really good. I mean, he's a super impactful player. He's Irish by way of New Zealand, grew up in New Zealand. I believe it's Irish ancestry, but that's a big loss for Ireland. That's one of the better wings in world rugby coming off the pitch. So we're still at 3-0. It's 18:28 on the clock, and Ireland have a scrum between their defending 22 and their defending 10-meter line. Let's see, Gibson Park is getting ready, and we set. And Gibson Park feeds the scrum. Yeah, it looks like pressure. I mean, the England scrum looks like they're putting pressure on. They've only gotten the one penalty. Wide ball to Balcune. Oh, he puts the, there we go. Okay, offload to the new man. There we go. Ireland gets the break right off of the scrum. Well done. Incredible first phase going wide. They had like a little out the back ball, and then they went wide to Balcune, and he did his job as a winger and picked up some serious meters. He's an absolute giant there. He try scorer last week. Crawley short ball and then loops it. Okay, man, Crawley this is great sub last week by Andy Farrell. Definitely the right decision. All right, Gibson Park quick taps a penalty. He's going for the line, slides in, Irish try. Great reaction, Jamison Gibson Park. Woo! Dick Henning? Hey, what's up, Rich? What up, King Dick? Good to have you. Wow, that's a big one from Ireland. Ooh, Ireland tails up, front foot. Wow. Ireland is up. Huge try from Gibson Park. So they called the signal. They're replaying the break from Balcune, and yeah, he just puts the hammer down. Arundel makes the tackle, but Balcune, big long dude, gets around and like just control hits his winger, and then Gibson Park. Yeah, so the penalty I think was an in at the side from bye. But it was in at the side. I think there was a penalty call, and Gibson Park immediately goes for the quick tap, darts through, and just slides in towards the corner. So huge try. Huge try. Where in Florida? Yeah, I don't know. Mark, where in Florida are you from, dog? Crawley bangs it in from the 5-meter line. Okay, so we got Ireland 10, England 0. Well, they show the referee angle here. That's on the try. That's a big one. Oh, Andy Farrell's down on the sidelines. Okay. Oh, no. Where did I put my marker? Here's the marker. Let's update this score. So we got Ireland at 10, England 0. Honestly, it's felt like a relatively even game, but Ireland has taken their opportunities. Got 10 points. Gibson Park puts a box kick up from his own 22 off of the kickoff and gets it out into touch around midfield. Okay. Yeah, England have 0 from all their intent. Agreed. That's spot on. The announcers are comparing Gibson Park's little dart from Antoine Dupont. But yeah, that's well put. Oh, we got another player down. We got an Irish player, one of the big fellas. Looks like they're looking at an ankle or a calf or something here. Yeah, they keep replaying it in at the side, and Gibson Park just zero hesitation. Great reaction. Tots it down and chucks it up into the stands. That's a huge try. 10-0. Wow. Okay, are we still attending? Yep, it's going to be an English line out right at midfield, pretty much. Just maybe 2 meters on their side of halfway. Yeah, visits to the 22. So Ireland have gotten 3. Yeah, Ireland have gotten points 2 out of the 3 times they've been in the English 22, and there's your margin right there. England have had a number of good visits and some solid possession inside the Irish 22. No points. So that converting pressure and territory into points, absolutely, that's the difference between winning rugby and disappointing rugby. Ireland go middle to Itoje. They set the maul, but then they play it out. Weird little pop to Mitchell. He handles it well. Oh, no. He's saying the English player dove over. Yep, that's probably the right call there. Yeah. The weird little, they ran a maul, and then the scrum half looped it, and they popped it to him, but it was a really weak pop pass to Mitchell. And I thought he did a good job of cleaning it up, but his ruckers were there just a little late, and they kind of just sealed him off too much, and they're going for the tee immediately. Yeah, probably a good call. Yeah, they're replaying. Good line out. good like Ireland double jumped that. I'm sure it was a pre-call that they were going. Yeah, Chesham, I'm not sure what was going on with that pass. It kind of goes to nowhere. So Crawley is teeing this up. He's 45 out. Can't see. The angle's pretty good too. I'm not sure if he's quite in front of the sticks, but it's fairly head on here. Yeah, just maybe 6-7 meters inside the 15. Oh, shanks it though. Shanks it left. And England dotted down. I think we're going to have a dropout here. Oof. Yeah, Alex Mitchell's getting attended to a little bit as well. So England are going to have the 22 drop. lucky not to give up 3 more points there. That was, I'd say, the right decision, but Crawley just shanked that one left. So that goes, and Crawley puts up the big high ball. Yeah, they're going to call. No, Gibson Park is off, but they're bringing that back. Yeah, they're calling a penalty on the Irish winger. I can't remember who the substitute for James Lowe was, but I think they're saying he played the man. It looked like yeah, here you got the English winger goes up. Oh, I don't know. It looks like he's trying to go for the ball, but I don't know. Fair enough. That's so it goes. Yeah, Freddie Stewart's up there. And the Irish player I'm not 100% sure if I agree with that on replay, but so it goes. It's a tough call. He definitely, Stewart was in a dominant position and got it. The Irish player was a little bit late, so I think that might have had something to do with why that penalty got called there. So England kick to touch. They're going to have a line out inside the Irish 10. More movement from he overthrew. Cowan Dickey overthrew that just barely. Just comes off the fingertips of his jumper there. So Gibson Park plays it to the right to Crawley. Crawley with the little dribbler doesn't go very far. Arundel picks it up and he puts a little chip kick, like pop kick through. Oh, we got a high tackle. Yeah, okay, so Mitchell's off. All right, so that's our second. So Van Portleet's on at scrum half for England. So he's gonna finish the game. Not sure what happened to Alex Mitchell, but I saw that they were attending to him. He looked kind of like slow and hurt. Any major strategy changes over the past couple decades watching pro men's rugby? Ooh, that's a good question. I've mentioned it before. I think the box kicks, they've always been something teams use. I think they're used much more effectively than they used to be. Definitely you're seeing more blitz defenses than, defensive have gotten more and more aggressive. And I think overall that's a positive thing. They're being proactive rather than reactive. Okay, Ireland win the line out, set a little maul and break away. And speaking of box kicks, looks like Gibson Park's digging it out, setting it up. Impactful law changes. The 50-22, I think the 50-22 in the last few years has been a big one. Oftentimes it means that the defense is going to have to put one more man back. And I think that favors the attacking team. I think a lot of the law changes have been things that favor the attacking team. And as a result, there's a little bit more space on the field. The flip side of that is, like I said, I think the blitz defensive changes, teams have gotten better and better. Some of that's been rugby league coaches that have come over to Union, and you just see the defense get much more aggressive than they used to be. You used to see a lot of the inside out drifty sort of defense. And nowadays, with as much as they play at the gain line and where you've got these tight little movements right at the gain line, I think the fact that the law changes favor the attacking side more. And if you're going to be passive defensively, you're just going to get cut up by some of those movements. So good question. Really good question. Box kick put up and regained by Ireland. So now they're inside the English 10. Out the back to Crawley. He's got an extra man, it looks like. Oh, breakaway. Is that McCluskey? Oh, he's 5 out. Yeah, Stuart McCluskey continues to really make an impact. There we go. Balcouni in at the corner. Let's go. Ireland are just all over him. Wow. Man, this is the Aviva. England just looks shell-shocked now. Again, this felt like a pretty even match, and just like Ireland was taking their opportunities. You had this try, the second try of the game. This is on Stuart McCluskey. You talk about, that's a guy who has been, he's had Bundy Aki ahead of him for a long time. He's at Ulster, and he has just absolutely been playing fantastic. I would say this Six Nations, good cover tackle by England, but then Gibson Park really like good over the top skip pass straight to his winger, makes it easy for Balcouni in the corner. Wow. All right, let's go Ireland, man. England had been on what they'd won like eight, I don't know, it's double digits. I want to say like 10, 12 straight test matches until they got smacked by Scotland last week. Oh, hold on. They're going to review something here. Let's see. They've paused the shot clock and he's reviewing something. Who's he sending off? Who's he sending off? Oh, he's sending Freddie Stewart off. Okay, so he's saying that cynically, like this was at, I think, that first breakdown off of the breakaway. Freddie Stewart tried to play the 9, and they're saying it was cynical. And yeah, when you're right on the try line, you got to watch out, man. The news goes from bad to worse for England, so they're going to be down a man for the next 10 minutes. Crawley taking this conversion just outside of his own 5. Oh, good strike. Nope, just right. Just misses it to the right. That's a good, you talk about impactful law changes. That's another one I would say is a lot of these changes have, great fend from McCluskey on that breakaway. A lot of these law changes have been things that favor the attacking team. Yeah, that's a good call too. And Freddie Stewart and like Gibson Park still gets away from him and makes the pass to Balcouni for the try. A lot of these law changes have favored the attacking side, and a big one this last 2 years has been basically you can't play the scrum half in that little box. And when that gives a good scrum half so much more time and ability to just deliver and pick his man, and it protects him a little bit. Oh, little tip pass. Oh, we got a breakaway. Ireland to Gibson Park. Man, this game could get out of hand quickly. I think Crawley just kicks for the corner there. Well covered by Arundel. He calls the mark. Oof. Ooh, bit of a foot off the gas. England versus, hey, what's up, Keely? Good to see you. Man, you've been one of the ones, you've been on from day one, dude. Appreciate it. I think I'm gonna be on tomorrow morning. So I got this one this morning, and then I've got baby's got a birthday party. So the referee is down. Hold on. Baby's got a birthday party. So the second match, if I get an opportunity, I'm going to do the replay of that tonight. And then tomorrow I'll go live again for this one. Yeah. That'll be the one, man. England. I'm getting text messages. England Eric Nichols, the B-side boys, international correspondent saying England unraveling. Yeah. Oh man, are we going to have a substitute referee here? Hold on. Oh, this is going to be wild. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, do we got to get a new ref? Oh, this is going to be wild. Hold on. I got to check something here. Oh, yeah, that Scotland-Wales one, that's the one I got to miss. Like I said, I'm going to try and do commentary on the replay. I might get that out tonight if I have an opportunity. But I'm going to try and not watch it. Oh, the referee is he's shaking the captain's hands. Man, yeah, the ref injury. Wow. That's why they have somebody else ready to go. Holy crap. Oh my goodness. You don't see it often, but when it happens, it happens. We got a referee injury. The referee is injured. We're going to they got to move the mics around and stuff. Wow. Oof. This is not something you see that often in rugby, but yeah, everyone's, man, yeah, wow, that's a tough one. Everyone's giving him the handshake and stuff, but he's limping. He's not looking good. Piardi, the Frenchman, was the center ref, and he's coming off with an injury. Wow. So yeah, James Lowe for the Irish, Mitchell, the scrum half for England, and now the center referee. Yeah, I've seen this I think twice in matches. Once at a high level, and I've seen it once in like an amateur at like a sevens tournament or something where a referee got hurt. But wow, this is interesting. This is very interesting. So they're replaying the try from Gibson Park. Whew, man, England. I mean, borderline unravel. Eric Nichols, you're right. I saw your message come through at the top of this. Like this is borderline unraveling here for England. Jamie George is on as well. Oh my goodness, Cowan Dickey. So they've subbed their hooker out as well. I don't even know. I don't even think that's an injury. I think that's a tactical one. Like Cowan Dickey he's misthrown a couple lineouts, and I think that's just a tactical replacement. I think Borthwick just said, "Hey, we have to be able to win our own lineout." Jamie George is, I mean, he's a great player all around, but in particular, like, dude throws lineouts. And I think that's just a tactical decision from Borthwick, just saying, like, we can't, like, we gotta retain our own lineout if we have any chance in this match. But all right, we're back to play. Ireland on the attack, just inside the English 10. McCluskey dummies and goes. Man, the Ulster man. Who do I want to win? Oh, never England. Never England. Balcooney. Oh, they're gone. Was it Tommy O'Brien? He's the replacement for James Lowe. Oh my goodness. This is going to pieces. Wow. Oh my goodness. Like I feel like this was like a relatively even match for the first 15 minutes. And now it's like Ireland is just smashing them. Explain the cynical call. Okay. Yeah. So Ireland are on the front foot. They're inside the English 22. They basically just coming off a breakaway. The scrum half's going to pick the ball up. Hold on, they're replaying this try. Great decision from Balcooney hitting his other winger. You love it when the wingers all turn up next to each other like that. Front foot, they're 5 meters out, and Freddie Stewart, he basically just dove across the ruck and like grabs at at the scrum half's like legs and arms, and like that was a beautiful dummy and go from Balcooney to start that breakaway, and then he puts O'Brien away. Yeah, right on the doorstep. They're 5 meters from scoring a try, and then he even like pulls it out and still gets a pass and scores it. Like that's it. He makes a conversion. 22-0 to Ireland. Holy goodness! Wow. This is talk about from bad to worse for England here. 22-0 Ireland. England's campaign has fallen apart in the last 2 weeks, it appears. They would probably just look to get to halftime here. I mean, there's 8.5 minutes to go. England still have 6 1/4 on the card. Wow. Rugby is a tough sport, Hot Wangs. Bula coach. All good. Thanks for being there. We got a Fijian. In the house. Man, they keep replaying Tommy O'Brien's try, and then they cut back to English players, and the English players just look like And then Cowan Dickey's on the sidelines, like, yeah, he got subbed at like 27, 28 minutes. You don't see that very often. I mean, things have to be going really badly to make a tactical sub in the first half like that. And that, I mean, to be fair, things were going really badly. Cowan Dickey was throwing the ball terribly in the line out. And so you got to clean it up with Jamie George. So now we have an Irish scrum. They're about on the left sideline. They're about midway between their own 22 and their own 10. Wow. Couple good questions there. Yeah. I'm always rooting against England. So I'm loving this Irish start here. Gibson Park hits Crawley out the back. Crawley hits his center and loops around. Little kick that got deflected. Arundel. Van Portlead again. Yeah. Alex Mitchell, the English scrum half, came off injured. So we've got Jack Van Portlead already in there. So several substitutes on the English side of the ball, and then James Lowe is off on the Irish side. Box kick goes. Recovered by England, it looks like. Nope. Oh, called the knock-on. That's probably a good call. I think there was a little knock-on in there. Hi. Oh, as some of you may notice who've been on here before, we've really upgraded the studio. Now I've got not just my Midwest Barbarians, but we've got the Vale Rugby. We've got the Fort Dodge Stags. All right. We've even got a whiteboard where I've put a few tactical things up, keep a little score going. Ireland 22, England 0. I got to get a better marker. That 22 is like not, that does not look very dark. 22. Well, there's Kate Middleton again, the Princess of Wales. I do not play Roblox. No. I had someone like right at the start of the stream asking that as well. Well, he's going to reset this scrum. Not sure what exactly what was called here, or what the decision is, but we're at 33-20. Ireland 22, England. Balcounet has made 3 line breaks in the first half. Yeah, Balcounet looked like an absolute monster out there, like absolute monster. You see a big transit, like wingers have seemed to have gotten bigger and bigger. Like you've got the exceptions. You've got like Cheslin Colby. But you see a lot, especially with the box kicks, with more and more high balls in the game. You're seeing these gigantic wingers who can go up and win that ball in the air. And Balcounet, perfect example. Ooh, well defended. Fraser Dingwall, like they brought Balcounet off the wing. Oh, good poach by England. Okay, they're finally on the front foot here. George Ford, and he's in space. To Arundel. Oh, and the Irish. Oh, so close. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, the upgrade, like the thing, just get like a tiny bit better every time you do this. That's kind of what I'm trying to do here. But shout out to my boy Rizzo at Badger Kings Rugby. He mentioned, he's like, hey, you got such good tactical stuff. Like, see if you can get a whiteboard. So I've got a better whiteboard somewhere, but it's not around here right now. So this is the best I got. This thing's old. I've done a lot of coaching with this thing in the past, so it's seen better days, but it's what I can do. Hoping to, like be able to draw up some of the stuff. Who is that? That was Pollock. That was a great poach from Pollock there on that last play. And then, he said play on. Ollie Lawrence to George Ford. Ford hits Arundel. And man, that's a really good play. Who is that? Is that McCluskey again? Yeah, I think McCluskey. So he switched it back to Arundel, and then Arundel goes to hit the next man. And I think it was McCluskey just gets his hand up and hits it back to Ireland. So English line out. They've got a maul set here. It's got some forward momentum. Oh, it stalls. Ref's telling him to use it. Jack Van Portleet's at the back of that maul. And he pulls it out. He hits, not sure who, one of his forward, Ben Earl, I think. George Ford to Ollie Lawrence. Arundel down the left side into the 22. All right, England got a little bit of attacking momentum here. Who's my fave player? Oh, in this game or overall? Like in this game, I would say, honestly, Stuart McCluskey's been the dude lately. I love the fact, I love that he's an Ulster guy. I have a lot of love in my heart for Ulster. I've got a good friend up in Belfast. I've gotten to watch a match there before. And I love the fact that he's been behind the 8 ball, as far as selection for a long time. And now with Bundy Aki out, he's really taking his chances. So right here, right now in this game, I got to go with McCluskey. So English line. Oh, God, that was Itoje. So England had a line out. George threw it well. Oh no, they're saying, okay, penalty. They're saying the Irish, they're saying they pulled his arm down. I was like, the ball was right here to Itoje, and then it he fumbled, he just missed it. And the referee, I think he got this right. He's saying the Irish player pulled his arm down. That's a good call. Oh, World Rugby. Oh, in all of World Rugby. Yeah, that's a good call. All of World Rugby. Who would my favorite player be? Honestly, Antoine Dupont. It's beautiful what he does. He's so good. He's so good. I have to go with Antoine Dupont. I always Ireland get a penalty right at England did a goofy little move off the line out, and they were got it to 1 meter, and then the referee called something. I don't know if it's a not releasing or what, but yeah, not releasing is the call. So they set them all, they look like they're setting them all, and then they pop it to Jamie George back on the short side. But yeah, Tag Burn, I think. Wow, that's a great poach from Tag Burn. Oh man, yeah, great work. Yeah, the ball is your friend. Yeah, it was snow. We had a big snowstorm here up in Wisconsin yesterday, and so I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get the ball out and play in the snow, man." Yeah. Rizzo, what up, my Badger Kings man? Yeah, if you like from the get go, I said today we are sponsored by Spotted Cow and Badger Kings Rugby. Man, so we got 2 minutes to go in the half. You got a snowstorm too? Dude, I love like sometimes here in the Midwest we play rugby and there's a tournament I think in La Crosse, Wisconsin next weekend. And like, yeah, I've played rugby in the snow like probably at least a half dozen times. I've even played like on a frozen lake. Um, it's tough for footing. Like you're not going to get to cut a bunch. Don't try and step people in it, but I find it super fun. Van Portley with the dummy and go. Okay, England have a chance here. Like 1 foot of snow. Yeah, we got maybe like 5-6 inches. Oh my goodness. England were like once again like looked like they had something, and then all of a sudden an Irish. Okay, he's calling a knock on. All right, fair enough. Like England were just like once again like happened over and over again this half. Like they're on the front foot, they're knocking on the door inside the Irish 22, and then all of a sudden an Irish player going, well, yeah, foot of snow. You do much shoveling or plowing or anything? Like, what's the call? So it's Ollie Lawrence. Yeah, that was the right call. That was the right call. I'm not sure who that ended up being getting the ball, but yeah, he's like swatted it down, and then he picks it up and takes off running. That's a good call. Dang, yeah, no, my car. I couldn't get back in the driveway yesterday after work. Like the plows come through, and then you end up getting like this big row of big like packed line of like snowbank basically like at the base of the driveway. I got stuck in my own driveway. It was really, really annoying. I had to get the truck out and put it in neutral and tug it around. The wife came out. It was a mess. I felt very incapable, but it's probably on me. I probably should have taken the truck to work rather than oh, and we're another sub. So now they're bringing Marcus Smith on for Freddie Stewart. Okay, all right. So Freddie Stewart just came back from the yellow card, and they immediately put Marcus Smith in. So wow, that's 2 tactical subs in the first half for England. So England have a scrum here inside the Irish 22. It is 39 minutes 38 seconds. So this is probably going to be the last play of the half. And England they need points in the worst way. This is. Again, for large stretches of the game, England have spent a lot of time in the Irish 22. They had a lot of pressure going in that first 15 minutes, but Ireland managed to get points and they didn't. Early push. England go with the tap. George Ford to, I think, Dingwall. Van Portley to Ben Earl. Okay, they're about 5 meters out here. They've got the advantage. All right, England are going to be desperate. They're going to want to try here. George Ford, dummy and go. He's back inside the 5. Van Portley goes wide. Marcus Smith looking to be steppy. Oh, the English players push Marcus Smith forward. We got another advantage, I think, here. It's the second one. Marcus Smith at scrum half. Oh, who was that? I think he's just short. We got the tight head going. All right, England's knocking on the door. Oh, they desperately want to try here, like half a meter away. Let's go. Ford to Smith. And who's that? Dingwall? Fraser Dingwall, I think. Yep, looks like they converted that. Oof, that's going to be a big one. This is your favorite channel? Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Mostly. So I actually got ordered a good camera on Amazon, and it was supposed to, and I'm like, why didn't this come? That was a great skip pass to get like right there. They're going to replay this. Hold on. So I thought I had this nice camera coming, like nice-ish. Yep. Fraser Dingwall with the try. Oof, that's a big one for England. Good offload by Marcus Smith. with the assist. And it was like the day it was supposed to get delivered and it's not here. And then the next day it's not delivered. I'm like, what the heck's going on? I go and check the Amazon. They canceled it. They thought it was like, I don't know if they thought it was fraudulent or whatever, but so I've had to reorder it. So eventually, so now I've got the same camera on order. We got George Ford taking this conversion. This is a big one. And yep, gets it in. All right. So that's going to be halftime. So England with the try before half. All right, so we got England on the board at 7. We got Ireland at 22. Yeah, I need to find a dry erase marker that gives me a little more darkness here. So a little bit of opportunity and momentum. But yeah, I don't know what I think. I don't have like a regular Amazon account. Like I think they're just like, oh, you're spending $600 on a camera. Like this must be fake. Like they sent me, I ordered camera and like a little microphone, and they sent the microphone, but they canceled the camera one. It was very strange. Not really sure what the heck's going on with that, but it's a pen, not a dry erase pen. Let's see. What does it say? It doesn't say either. It just says dry erase on this thing, but this thing and this thing have seen much work. Let me tell you, I've drawn up a lot of stuff on that. Their dry erase board. Again, I've got a bigger, nicer one, but I can't find the dang thing for the life of me. I think it might be like locked away somewhere. I gotta find it. Maybe by tomorrow I can get it dug out and I can do a better one. But all right, so Peacock's showing Olympic advertisements and stuff. Want to thank y'all for being here and stuff. If somehow don't say marker, all right, I'll try and remember that. I'll talk about pen. That's for you. You've been here from day one, dude. But I want to thank y'all for being here. If you haven't subscribed to it, like again, mostly what I do are silly shorts at the moment. I want to do a little bit more technical stuff and breakdown because I feel like that's something I'm really good at, having coached as long as I have. But I want to talk about, I guess, what thing I'm seeing from Ireland, and this is like traditionally what Ireland does. They've had this kind of the same from even before what was Joe Schmidt, and now with Andy Farrell. Like their attacking set, they run these like tight pods. So we'll go forward. They've got like their tight forward pod of 3 forwards. And then they've usually got a 10 out. And it's not like I usually coach my tips man. So that let's say here's our ruck. I usually coach like my tips man to be wider to manipulate space more. They generally keep this as like a really tight little triangle. And then they're always looking to play this out, like not always, but this option's always on. Or a lot of times what they'll do as well is they'll go sometimes, even if he's not here, they'll go to here and then they'll have their 9 loop around. Like they play out the back, like these tight little out the back balls, like as good as anyone in the world. It's really impressive to actually watch. But no, Ireland's consistently had this like tight little 3-man pod shape with this out the back option. They've been running it for a long time and they do it so effectively. Not sure, it's like I said, it's a carryover. Joe Schmidt, their old coach, is now with Australia. But they run that little out the back ball to usually it's a 10. Sometimes it's a looping 9. Sometimes they'll even do it off the pod. So it'll go like 10. So they'll go, let's say this pod will be wider. So I'll just make it as a triangle. This pen is not very dark or good. So this is like a little 3 forward pod, and they'll even go, so they'll go like 9 here, 9 will play it to 10, 10 will make the pass here, and then that 10 will just like loop around and he'll take the ball off of his, and they'll scoot forward just a little. But a lot of times, if they're thinking they're going out the back, you'll see this point man like save the space. You're sleeping? He'll save the space a little bit, and it'll give this 10 time to go around. You used to see Johnny Sexton do it like wildly effectively. I don't know. Ireland, they're the best in the world at that little tight pod out the back option. Man, I got to find a better dry erase pen. This thing is rapidly, like even here, like this, I wrote this before, nice and dark. Now here we go. Barely getting any black out of that. So, got to see what I can do. I don't think I can fix that in the short term, but see you in the second half. Sounds good, dude. Yeah, see you about tomorrow morning. Like I said, maybe on the replay, but back to our sponsor. New Glarus Brewing Company, Spotted Cow. If you're going to drink beer in the morning in Wisconsin, have a Spotted Cow. Refreshing. Only in Wisconsin. So they're replaying now the first try from Gibson Park. And again, this is just such heads up scrum half play. It's kind of, I think that I saw the commentator say it, it's Antoine Dupont like the way that Gibson Park reacts so well to the penalty given, and then immediately to the mark, tap, and he's off and into the corner. You can even see his forward like gives him a little shove, like in to score that try. Wow. Yeah, the Aviva is humming right now. Yeah, great reaction from Tag Burn. So, and yeah, Tag Burn ends up being the one who like shoves him into the try zone sort of too. But Burn has the ball in his hand as that penalty gets called, and he just immediately pops it. Like that's like good. It's one of those things. It's a tiny, tiny little margin thing, but it's such a heads up play, and it makes all the difference in the world. It's that ball moves so quickly. Now they're showing McCluskey's breakaway. I think this is going to be that. Yeah. And there's going to be the card to Freddie Stewart, and there Gibson Park still gets it away to Balcouni in the corner. Wow. Yeah. Ireland. I mean, just the ability to convert pressure to points. Oh man. Yeah. Ollie Lawrence just got absolutely fended there by McCluskey. Yeah. Freddie Stewart, you can't do that. He's like in the ruck, and then he basically like dives through, like kind of to grab the ball, kind of to grab Gibson Park. Not sure. And then, but like, nope, no. Tweet, penalty, card. Gibson Park still gets the ball away. Took about Balcouni in the corner to score the try. So heads up. Jamison Gibson Park has been playing really, really well. I know my friend MJ, not a fan, hates Gibson Park, thinks he's an annoying little midget, but well, he's been class so far. All right. Yeah, Balcouni, man, what a massive. Do you think him, Freddie Stewart at 15 for England? Like these are big back three players. Oh, I thought Andy Farrell was on the touchline. He's actually was still up in the booth, but he's standing up in the booth. Usually you see when they show the managers or show the coaches up there, they're usually like hunched over, like Farrell is like standing up. He's animated. He's excited. That's fair enough. He should be. Like Ireland have earned this 22-7 lead. I'm trying to look on this screen. Yeah, you can just make out that 7 from England. Man, let's see if I can wet this thing a little bit. Get a little more darkness to my dry erase pen. Oh no, I've made it worse. Oh, I've turned it into an eraser. Oh, good gracious. Ireland needed that wake-up call 100%. Yeah, like this Irish team, like they've been, everyone's like, oh, they're injured, they're not at full strength, yada, yada. Like they eke past Italy, and then they like absolutely coming out playing a blinder. England, like deer in the headlights, like 2 weeks in a row. Scotland jump on them, all over them, never really give them a chance. Every time they like kind of got like the littlest toehold in that Scotland game, like Scotland, like, nope, found another way to score points, get another thing. England just looked shell-shocked, absolutely shell-shocked. And like that inability to convert possession and territory into points, really killing them at the moment. I'm going to step away for just a second and see if I can find a better dry erase pen. Thanks for being here, y'all. Like, subscribe, etc. And I'm back. Oh, I found a better dry erase pen. It's going to be blue. I think this is actually showing up like backwards for you guys. Uh, can't do anything about it. Maybe next one I'll try and write it backwards, but we'll see what we can do. England. Oh yeah. England 7, Ireland 22. It sort of shows up better. All right, what do we got going? Liberty Mutual commercials here. Yeah, back to I want to talk a little about momentum in rugby games. So this is another great illustration of how momentum just matters massively. Like very even game for the first 15 or so minutes. Ireland managed to get points, 2 out of 3 times they're into the English 22 early. Gives them that margin. They're up 10-0. In what was pretty much what felt to me like an even game. Then they get another breakaway, and now all of a sudden, like, wow, it's like the route is on. Momentum is critical. When you have momentum, keeping momentum going, like I like to say, ride the wave, like push the momentum, like ride every bit of momentum you have as a team. The flip side is when you're on the wrong side and you have negative momentum, anything you can do to arrest the mistakes, like clean up whatever bad is going on, and then get that little bit of positive momentum, and then ride that positive momentum as hard and as long as you possibly can. Okay, you lose momentum, whatever, regain it as quickly as possible. Some players really feel like momentum's everything and they're very emotional and they get really hyped and they feel that emotion in a big way. Other players are more even keel. But from my perspective as a coach, I want momentum. Like there's nothing good happens from like, hey, we're other than maybe like a gut check or an opportunity to get better. Like you do learn more from the losses than you do from the wins. But as far as like in game, nothing, anytime where my team is having, excuse me, is having negative momentum, I'm not pleased about it. I'm not happy about it. Yes, ultimately at like after action review, or like seeing it after the fact, okay, we can learn from that. We can see what went wrong, why we lost momentum. But as it's happening, as far as getting a result and scoring more points than the other team and winning and playing successfully, like I always want the positive momentum. I always want as much positive momentum as I can. Starting matches, ending halves, starting second halves. I see those are 3 critical. Those are times where like games can flip, or like, okay, we've been under pressure. We're down 2 scores, getting close to half. Oh, we get that try right before half. We get that penalty kick right before half. That's a little something positive, and then we can build on that, or we get to go, okay, hey, yeah, it's good. Hey, like we got a toe hold in this game. You can go into the changing rooms and feel good about the way that half ended, and then you just want to continue that into the second half. So they're showing, it looks like Ireland's just starting to walk out. It looks like England's just about to leave the dressing room as well. So we'll probably be getting back underway in just a few minutes here. Momentum. The other thing I think I talked on one of the earlier broadcasts last week too. I always like to say double scores. So that's a big momentum point. If you score once and you can get another score shortly thereafter, that's massive. You do that just a couple times in a game, it's hard to lose that game. Hey, welcome back. The flip side, if you give up score, that's that negative momentum I talk about. And that's where like, whoa, this is going to get tough. Like this, we gave up a score, we gave up a try. Oh gosh. And then they get a penalty kick right away. Like that's an 8-10 point swing, whatever. That's that momentum we talk about. So yeah, Ireland carving through the England defense. That's agreed. No, and I think a lot of it speaks to just taking your opportunities. Like Ireland cashed their checks like early in the game, and that's why the margin is so much. Like the first almost half of the first half felt like an even match, but Ireland managed to get 10 points out of it. Flip side, England none. England just get that 1 score going into halftime. I think that helps. If England's gonna make this match competitive, yeah, France Italy tomorrow, that's going to be a big one. I think I've been back in Italy this whole tournament. I don't think they overcome France, but France has that thing where it seems like every 6 nations, even if they're playing really well, they'll have one game where they just look like they completely forgot how to play rugby. if that were to happen tomorrow, I think Italy's got a shot. The Italian scrum, and honestly, both scrum and lineout has looked really good in this Six Nations. All right, I think our replacement referee has whistled to start. So here we go. Ireland kick. Ben Earl takes it inside the 22. I think Italy have a shot. I think, this is France's tournament to lose at this point, and they clearly look like the class team in the whole thing. I don't think they're going to roll over Italy the way they did against Wales, or even kind of the way they pretty well rolled Ireland. So we got Ireland attacking just inside their half, make a little tips ball. Oh, whoa. Oh, that looked painful. Tag Furlong just cleaned out, what's his name, Mr. 100 Caps. Gosh darn it, I'm forgetting. Not Ben Earl's at 7, Pollock's at 8. Who is number 6? It's one of the Currys. Yeah. It's one of the Curry brothers who's at number 6. He got smoked by Tag Furlong in this ruck. Van Portley going for the big box kick. Yeah, nothing dangerous about it. I think, he just got him. It looked awkward. Agreed. Oh, great take by Osborne on the. So Ireland puts up the high ball, and then Osborne, the fullback. Oh, dummies and goes. Oh, Ireland's inside the 22. Gibson Park hits McCluskey. They're still on the front foot here. Gibson Park dummies and goes. Oh, is he in? Oh, he's right there. They're like at the try line. Advantage called. Oh, I think we got another card coming. He's reaching for the pocket. Pollock? Oh, did he give the try? No. He's coming back. But that's a big one. Yeah, Tom Curry is down. He's kneeling. Looks like he's gonna see the medic. Pollock's like, what did I do? He didn't even realize it was him who got carded. Wow, that's the second card of the game. What'd they say that was for? I think it's like a hands in or something like that. Yeah, they're saying not releasing. Gibson Park was like basically at the line, and the English players were like, I think their argument would be that they were like they're holding it up because he's basically like at the try line, like the ball's kind of like right above the try line. But Tag Furlong get like just kind of like forearm to Tom Curry, and Curry's like leg, he gets like bent backwards. Oof. It looks ugly. Just awkward, yeah. There's nowhere else for Furlong to go. Wow, I don't even know how he got through there. I think the English tackler just like let go of him. I think he thought he offloaded it or whatever. They're replaying this. Yeah, that's Kalen Doris. Jeez, Ellis Genge. Yeah, no, that was terrible by Ellis Genge. Never mind, he never wrapped him, not nothing. So point man, Doris takes it in, and Genge just like doesn't like. It looks like he doesn't attempt to tackle, and then I think he thinks that he passed it with makes a tip pass or something. Like Genge just doesn't even try to tackle him. That was pretty wild. I feel like Ellis Genge has had this is second game in a row where I feel like he's been very much off of his game. Atoje's talking to the referee about he's trying to beg to get something, help Tom Curry out, but Ireland's taking the tap and go 5 meters out. They changed directions. Gibson Park hits McCluskey. They're like 1 meter away now. Still 1 meter away. Oh, I think we got it. That's a try to Ireland. Whoo, that's a big one. Who's that? Who ended up scoring that? Hooker, maybe? Maybe the hooker? Let's see. They're up close. They're showing faces. Meehan. Yeah, or Sheehan. Yeah, Dan Sheehan. Yep, that's the Irish hooker with the try. Nice little timely pick and go. Yeah, there's just no post defense. That's a really heads up, just like pick and dive over. like they managed to suck. They've got like 3, maybe even 4 English players in at that ruck. And he sees that the post defender's not quite there. He just dives over. Simple stuff, like simple stuff. So Crawley's taking this conversion. I got a good pen. I got a good dry erase pen now. I found one. Crawley, we're going to see how he does with this. And then if there's no, yep, Crawley with the conversion, 29-7 to Ireland. Let's talk about this because Ireland had a couple phases, and ultimately the buildup to this is what got it. So you got a ruck here, and Gibson Park like hits this man like on a short ball. All right, so we got a defender here. Next defender's out here, whatever. He just hits this little short ball, and they get this go forward. And now we've sucked all of these defenders into here. And before the England defense can scramble from here, like now we've got a ruck here, and now he can just pick and go. And he's like right in, like just pick and dive right over. Like it's just a simple little play. But a lot of times you see that, especially as you go up levels, a lot of times tries, like you see the try scorer or the highlight or what happened. But in reality, that try happened because of what occurred in like the phase or two ahead of time. And that like multi-phase pressure, like sucking those, like they sucked 3, maybe 4 English defenders into that breakdown. And that's why Sheehan was able to just pick and dive in. Yeah, it's easy. It's easy to see the highlight or see the try. Man, you've got all these English players subbed off. You got Mitchell, Stewart, Cowan, Dickey. They look dejected on the sideline. You see the score and you think that, oh, that's why. That's like, look at that. That's a great play. That play was easy because of, that's a great line out from Ireland. Oh, and then they mishandled the pass. Still got it though. It's really in the buildup, and especially if you're looking to upskill yourself as a rugby player, really the way to do that is to watch full matches and watch the plays that lead up to tries. You think you know that, oh, this guy's world class or whatever. Oh, I hear he's a great player or whatever. Watch what that player does off of the ball. Because what they do, oh, a little over the top. Okay, Ireland's down the left sideline. They're just outside the English 22 here now. We're at 45-30, 5 phases into this attack from Ireland. But as to what Gibson Park makes a dart, he's inside the 22. Little offload. Great plays are usually made off the ball, and they usually are made in the like couple phases ahead of time, especially on attack. Defensively, same thing. Like, how well have you put yourself in position before the ball comes out of the ruck? Because once the ball's out of the ruck, now we're just reacting to the man and his footwork and maybe the next pass. If you're off the ball, if you're 3, 4, 5 channels away, what you're doing off the ball, that is everything as far as being in the right position. And I think we got an Irish knock on here. So, yep, it's going to be an English scrum just inside the 22. Most players, the biggest place where you can upgrade your IQ is watch that off-ball behavior from those good players. And a lot of times, sometimes broadcasts make it difficult because they're focused on the ball. Anytime you can see where it's like you can see the wider field, that's where you're going to upskill. See that player you know is good. Watch what he does off the ball and watch how sometimes you see it, especially with sometimes the front row. It looks like, oh, they're just walking from this. Like, no. They're being efficient with their movements and they're putting themselves in the right spot for what is going to happen in the next phase or the next phase after. Like rugby IQ happens off of the ball, off ball behaviors. That's where you could use your brain to defeat people. Or what I like to say, okay, we got a couple of, I think we got 2 fresh props on for Ireland. So BLM and O'Toole are on. Good shift from the starters there. Yep. Good players make plays off the ball. I always say it's and this is always true. It's so much easier to step a player before you have the ball. Because if I'm setting myself up to run a line, the guy who should be defending me, he's looking at me, but he's also definitely always like checking back for the ball. And so if I can set him up or beat him to a spot before I get the ball, then it's easy. Now I'm through a gap rather than having to try and use footwork to beat a guy. So if we get another long stoppage, I'll try and draw that up and demonstrate it a bit. English scrum, we're going to blow this up. I think he's going to reset it. So this is just inside the 22 by like a foot. Oh, whew. Got to go back. Got to finish my coffee. Oh. So, yeah, what's England going to do? This is an interesting attacking first phase because they're just inside their 22. They could hoof it straight to touch. Also, they're down by 4 scores at this point. They need tries. So, wouldn't shock me to see him try and run this out. Man, feeding a scrum isn't a thing anymore. Advantage on the scrum to England. They swing it wide. He hoofs it. Yep, we're coming back for the scrum penalty. Oh, I can just hear the baby saying "Dada" downstairs. I miss that baby. Dada. Yeah, George Ford's going to kick for touch here on this penalty. See if England can get something going here. We are at 48 minutes right now. Let's see what we can go. Yeah, I think the Ellis Genge just gets a shove on here. Oh yeah, he folds and turns that Irish tight head. Great scrum from Genge. Still down at the touch. Guy Pepper, still Jamie. What's going on? Okay, no, we're going to have this line out. English line out just about 45 meters out from the Irish line. Itoje takes it in the middle. They're going to maul this. Okay. And he calls an advantage. Van Portleet's going to play the advantage. They play Ford out the back to Marcus Smith. Marcus Smith goes to Arundel down the left sideline. Arundel he offloaded it back inside to Marcus Smith, and then Marcus Smith knocked it on into touch. My wife says the baby's cheering against England. That's a good baby. Okay, no, we're still coming back for the penalty advantage. He said no advantage gained. They gained maybe 20 meters, but no advantage gained. All right, George Ford is going to, looks like he's going to kick for touch again. English lineout has definitely gotten a lot better here as this match is going on. That ultimate, like that Jamie George replacement for Cowan Dickey was probably the right move. It's really tough to see when you have a hooker anybody gets subbed in the first half. Like, okay, Timoney is on for Van der Fleer at 7 for Ireland. Anytime you have a tactical sub happen before halftime, it's like, whoa, this is something is really not going good. To be fair, yeah, Cowan Dickey's lineout throws were terrible. England throw middle. They set up the maul. Jamie George is at the back. Okay. Ref says use it once. I think he's saying use it again. No, they're still going. Jamie George does not want to give that ball up. It's going forward. Oh, Van Portleet makes a dart. He's like 1 meter away. Oh man, I think Jamie George didn't want to give that up. His scrum half yanked it from his hands. So England are picking and going. They're about 1.5 meters, 2 meters from the Irish line. England looking to get a try here. This would be big if they want to have any opportunity to get back in this game. Genge is going to pick dummy. Oh, he gets smashed backwards. Nope. Ref calls something. I think he's going. What's the call? What's the call here? What's the call, sir? With 1 win and defeated. Yeah, 100%. Agreed. Like, yeah, whoever wins this game is kind of like in position for second place in this tournament. I agree 100%. What's the call? Oh, a penalty against England? Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. So England, they went from about 1 meter away from the try line to Irish penalty clearing it. Wow. Yeah, man, this Six Nations is France's to lose. Yeah, I think it's the right call. Is it I can't tell if it was the clean out or if they're saying that Pollock coming in and like sealed the ball off. Not 100% sure, but either way, that's a tough one. Um, France always seems to, I swear though, no matter how good they look, they find a way to have one game where they just completely lose their mind and like they've like forgot what sport they're playing. So it still wouldn't surprise me if France somehow finds a way to lose one, or you think maybe that match against England. You wouldn't think with what we've seen out of England like the last week in this, you're like, there's no way they can touch France right now. But then at the same, Ollie Lawrence just got smoked. Great shoot defensively from whoever that Irish defender was. England keeps the ball though. Arundel's got it on the left sidelines. He gets kind of taken backwards a little bit. Like France finds a way to play terribly that would be the real evolution, because this is like a golden generation of France rugby players right now. If they can find a way to be consistent, like they're as, I would say, other than the Springboks, they're probably right there as like, one of, if not the very best team in the world. Like South Africa is the only team that I would say right now is better than France when France is on. Penalty to England. Okay. They kick it down into the 22 again. So think about this. England, that's my boy McCluskey again with the great shoot. He smoked Ollie Lawrence, the outside center for England. Absolutely smoked him. That's the thing. Like Lawrence is here looking for the ball. McCluskey blitzes him on his outside shoulder. Just smokes him back. England have had, I don't know how many visits to the Irish 22, and they've gotten one try out of it, 7 points. Whereas Ireland, like, they're getting Pollock. Man, Pollock is so tough in contact. Offloads it to his winger. Or no, is that a winger? Or is that? Yep. Yeah. Yep. All right. England's knocking on the door again. I think it's over the line and it's held up. No. He's calling advantage here. Advantage is on. Let's see what England does with this advantage. They go wide. Forward. Okay, there it is. I think Ollie Lawrence is going to go in under the sticks. Oof, that's a big one for England. Big one for England. Okay. Let's go. I think, is he going to, we got another yellow card. Who was it? Who's getting carded? Saying not rolling away is the call, so not rolling away. Who was it on, though? Yeah, what's the number? That's a good first. Yeah, like Lawrence has a really good strong carry across the gain line on first phase, and then he finishes it. Yeah. Good ball through the hands for England. All right. Let's see. How's this conversion go? Yeah, Kate Middleton's excited up there in the box. All right. Did they even I didn't even see the conversion, but they say he made it. So we got England 14, Ireland 29. Yeah, and I realize this is probably backwards for y'all at home. I don't know how to write backwards. At some point, maybe we'll figure this out, but I'm brand new at this. Kind of flying the plane, trying to repair the plane as we fly it. So, doing what I can. It will continue to get better. Like I said, look at the studio has improved. All right, so Ireland is now down a man for the next 9 minutes. What's the next substitute? Looks like Itoje is coming off. Yeah, Alex Coles is on for the captain Itoje. We're just shy of 55 minutes. Itoje is getting clapped off. Whew. All right. Yeah, 54-43 gone. Crawley's going to get us restarted here in a second. Crawley, we got a Frawley. Kieran Frawley is on for Ringrose at outside center. I have never heard of Kieran Frawley. So we got Crawley at fly half, Frawley at outside center. England are playing from their own 22. Marcus Smith, he's steppy. Takes it outside the 22. England play it wide. Ollie Lawrence scored that last try. Gets a little something going. What's going on? What are you doing? Van Portleit's just setting up Pollock for a forward phase. I think he wanted some width there, and Pollock just came like right back into the ruck almost. Yep. Van Portleit's setting up for the box kick here for Ming. Oh, no, he plays it. Okay. Yes. The defense reacted like expecting the box kick, and England were like, no, we'll run with that. And then they completely fumble the ball, and Ireland's on the attack. So first knock on was England. Jeez, that was like a good tactical decision, I feel like, from England, because a lot of times when you see that slow ball coming and you're setting up for a kick, the defensive line, like guys start dropping immediately, and all of a sudden you've got an overlap. So like I think that was a good tactical decision from England, especially considering where they're at in this match and needing points. The just execution didn't come off. Like it's just a basic handling error killed them there. So, yep, sixth time they didn't come away with any points. Yeah, that's like England just inside the 22, inside the 22, inside the 22, struggling to get points. Struggling to get points. So 29-14, three-score game. Now Sheehan comes off for Ireland. That's the hooker. So we got Kelleher on. So we now have a full replacement front row for the Irish. And I think Genge is off. I think England's tight head is starter still on, but otherwise we've got mostly fresh front rowers. Blow it up, do it again. Ireland's like, oh, what? They're retreating. They're da-da-da. Like, this is always fun in the front row. I play front row too in sevens. You can do some tricky things. Nothing excites me more when I'm playing front row in sevens. When I see the guys opposite me, like they're like lazy on their setup, or they like bind by like flopping their arm over the top. I'm like, oh gosh, I'm gonna abuse you. You don't know what you're doing. You think we just grab each other and push. There's so much you can do with binding and with your setup on a scrum to like get yourself an advantage. Oh, we're going to replay this one again. So this is going to be a third scrum. The English look like they're getting frustrated with this. Understandably, the clock is Ireland's friend at this point. So yeah, that's a frustrating. If you're behind and you just the clock keeps running and we're resetting scrums, setting scrums, that's frustrating. Yeah, England's run of it was 12 wins in a row before they got smacked by Scotland at Murrayfield last week, and they're at danger of now being on a losing streak. Okay, let's see if we can complete this scrum. Oh, yep, free kick. Yep, fair. Calling an early push on England, even though they were kind of on the back foot. Yeah, that was. I mean, you could see like the English loose head just got like crushed on the set, and he was at like this weird angle, and so they're moving sideways and back. That was probably the right call from the referee. Just can't keep resetting him. Advantage to Ireland. Still playing advantage. That's going to come back. Let's see. I would think Ireland's going to take the points here. It's 58 minutes, 10 seconds. Let's see. What do they do tactically? This is one too, though, where like the clock's your friend. So it's a 3-score game, no matter what, 15 points, 3 scores minimum. Like, okay, now we've got a pretend injury, or I don't know, maybe it's a real injury. Who knows? Like this is a tough one because you take the 3, it expands the margin to 18, but it's not really. It's still like, oh well, 3 tries. It's still in. Yeah, they're going to take the points. I would take the points because you can run a solid minute and change off the clock as well with this. The alternative would be no. We can put this game out of reach, and we can also take some more time if we kick it down and take the line out in their 22. I like this. It's right in front of the sticks. I'd be surprised if Crawley misses this. So let's see. Crawley with the kick. Yeah. Splits the uprights. That's nice and easy. 32-14. Woo. England go quick on the restart. 32 to Ireland, 14 to the Red Roses. Gibson Park with the box kick. Balcouni gets up there and knocks it back, but England recover the ball. Oh, Ireland turned it into a maul. That's going to be a scrum to Ireland. Hey, one thing that I think the Scotland game last week and now this Irish, like, home field advantage is a big thing in this Six Nations tournament. You're just seeing the home teams like gut out results, and just you hate to say like they've got a little more fire in the belly or whatever, but there's something about that home field advantage. Maybe sleeping in, maybe if not in your own bed, but you're in your home country. Yeah, George Ford just gets manhandled and held up in that tackle. Really well done by the Irish defense. James Lowe is jacked on the sidelines. Yeah. So we're going to scrum. I'm going to go back to talking about that beating a man off the ball because I think it's a really critical point. So let's say here's our ruck. Let's say X is attacking, a couple attacking players. O's are defending players. All right. If I'm this X, all right, like now I can just stare at what usually happens is everyone's eyes are on the ball. But we should always have scanning behavior. It should be like ball back, like we're always looking. But if this is my defender, even while England get the scrum penalty there, okay, even while he's going to have some focus here. When I see him, especially if I see this defender looking in at the ball, I'm going to look to like move into space off of the ball because all of a sudden he's staring at the ball. I've adjusted my positioning, and now let's say it goes to the first receiver. Now I can beat him to that gap. Like if I just hung out here and if we're both staring at the ball, okay, now the ball comes to me, whatever. It's even up. I just got to use footwork. But as soon as I'm noticing, hey, his attention's on the ball, okay, now I slide in. Now I've beaten that man before I get the ball. And that's where that off-field behavior, like rugby's so much easier if you can beat the man before you get the ball, or if you beat him to the space off of the ball, now you're running through a gap versus trying to use footwork to beat a guy one-on-one. So England, again, they've got a little attack going here. They're just outside the Irish 22. Let's see if they can build anything more from here. Man, this has been Pollock. Pollock hits his winger. Oh, he's bundled into touch. Oof. Another visit inside the Irish 22. Another turnover. This is a good fat Pollock. He's usually a ball carrying guy. He hits Tommy Freeman on the wing. That's really good cover tackling. Yeah, so like you've got both wingers. Like you got the replacement winger who came on for Lowe. What the heck was his name again? Don't remember. He comes across and makes a tackle, and then you've also got we've got Cian Prendergast on for Joe McCarthy at lock. And then you've got Balcune coming all the way, like the opposite winger coming in and finishing the tackle into touch. Again, that I say it all like that sideline to sideline as a winger. If you're just hanging out on your own wing, you're probably not going to see the ball that much. You're not going to have opportunity. Like you need to find work. Now you can't abandon your post when you're needed there, but a lot of the times you see wingers, they end up just being long stretches of the match where they're just kind of existing in space when like you need to look for opportunities and take opportunities to turn up in loose play and find work, like find work around the park. Same thing, loose forwards. Like you should be looking for that next little opportunity. Like, nope, my wing is good. I can insert myself here on this phase near me. Or, oh no, we've got, especially with wingers now, a lot of defenses are too deep. Like they'll just sit fly half and fullback deep. So you're the edge guys on that defensive line. It doesn't really matter as long as like a flanker can cover that wing as well, that defensive edge. If you need to find work even defensively elsewhere, that's fine as long as your post is covered well. All right, so Irish line out. Oh, spotted cow, the good stuff, the old spotted cow. Ireland goes short in the line out. Man, Ireland can just kind of milk this game, like squeeze it and squeeze it and squeeze it. They don't have to do anything right here. They're up by 18 points. Like the clock is the friend of the Irish at the moment. They finish this. This is going to be a big, big win at the Aviva. This is going to put Ireland, like you think Ireland, a team that was in trouble. They got pretty well beaten by France in the opener. They barely beat Italy last week, but they win this. Now they're 2-1. Like, this is on. What's going? What's going? What's going? Okay. Ireland's still playing. Good carry from who's it? Who's that? I missed the number on that. Nice carry from an Irish forward across the line, and then they kick it deep downfield. Great chase from Balcouni. Looks like he kind of dominated Tom. I don't know. He dominated Arundel in that tackle. Freeman comes off of the wing as well and takes the carry. Oh, another penalty. That's several times. Like, he's had several of these where he's calling that attacking rucker for England is like off their feet, sealing off, whatever. And yeah, yep, off the feet at the ruck. Like, they're going to take the points. Man, this is Ireland can ice this match at this point. This puts it to 21. That's 3 converted tries. Like, yeah, it's a good call too. Like, Pepper, the replacement for, like, you just see his hands go right to ground over top of the ball carrier. It's a good call. Honestly, I feel like that's not called enough at international rugby. I think that's the right call. Well done. And Crowley's got just like what I believe is just a chip shot here. Yeah, just outside the right post. Bangs it right through. Splits the uprights. Think England are cooked. I think England are cooked. 21-point game. We've got 14 minutes to go. Man, this brings me an opportunity to talk. I think I'm in the B-Side Boys, the Iowa Rugby podcast, in their Six Nations Pick'em. They pick against the spread, and I think I picked I think I said I think I screwed up. I think I screwed up on my pick on this one. I don't know. I'd have to recheck it, but I think I screwed up my pick. All right, what's going on? George Ford. He's gonna run. Good draw and pass. Freddie Stewart carries it in. Great poach from Balcouni. Wow, man, this Irish team looks so good right now. Think about it. Like 2 weeks ago, they looked way overmatched against France. They managed to have a few good moments with it. Last week in the first half, they looked like they were going to lose. They were lucky. They were honestly fairly lucky not to lose against Italy. And now they've just built from week to week. It was really that second half last week. They had some good defending, managed to keep the halftime margin to just 10-5 against Italy, which was fairly, that was a good kick from Gibson Park. And now they have absolutely been playing a blinder this week, and they're working their rivals. That was Gibson Park with the chip over the top, and then he ends up winning the penalty as well. Okay, and this time they kick for touch. Yeah, this one wasn't right in front of the sticks. Whew. Wow. All right. Kelleher's going to throw it in. This is an Irish line out 5 meters from the English line. They get this one. This game is over. Truly over. Don't poke the green bear. That's what have England been bad or Ireland just exceptional? I think it's a bit of both, to be honest. Okay, Ireland, they've got a nice maul going here. Nice maul. Kind of stalls out. Looks like Gibson Park's going to play it away. Hits McCluskey. He's looking back to the short side. He gives a dart. Okay, they're still going, picking and going. Yeah, definitely cooked. I would agree. Like, it's just Ireland have looked so good and England have not. Like, they've just the inability to get any points from like decent little territorial things, or where they're hanging out in the Irish 22 and then they just completely blow it. Like, I agree. Like, this game's been over for a while, to be honest. Ireland's just making the margin a little different. Okay, Ireland's going wide here. They've got an advantage. Crowley takes it out the back. Okay, they're chucking it around. No, he's still letting them play with it. Ooh, nice little go forward. They're right back to the 5 meter line playing with advantage. Oh, Osborne. Oh, there it is. Fully cooked, England. Fully cooked. Wow, that was I was surprised the referee kept playing that advantage. Like Ireland moved back like 10, 15 meters. Yeah, Osborne. I've really liked him, honestly, at 15 for Ireland. He's got a big left boot. It was a tag burn. Like they went with the crash ball, and then he got hit, but he does a really good job offloading. And then one more pass to Osborne. Man, that's a good try from Ireland. Man, Crawley. Yep. Crawley with the assist. Like it's made all the difference. You look at that, think about that. Like Ireland's fortunes in this Six Nations have basically turned on that substitution of Crawley for Prendergast. Like if you want to take it back to one moment, I would also say Ireland keeping Italy out of the try zone right before halftime last week was a huge moment as well. They were under pressure, 10-5. Like if Italy wants to go for the maul, hold on, they're replaying it. Perfect. Like just great. Yeah. Great decision. Great leg drive from Osborne too. He wins the collision over Pepper, who's that's like a big loose forward. That keeping Italy out of the try zone at the end of the first half last week to 5-point game, whatever. And then they immediately tie it up early in the second half. So that was huge. But you can basically ever since Crawley came in for Prendergast last week, Ireland's looked phenomenal. I think that you can, that's good decision-making from Andy Farrell as a manager, saying, hey, this guy's not delivering. We got to go with the next guy. Hold on. We got to update the scoreboard here. Geez, Ireland are just Underhill is on for Earl for England. 42-14. Ooh. Cooked. Man, can England take something positive from this? I guess this is going to be the final thing. We got about 8.5 minutes to go. I think the English would love to just be done with this. Okay. English maul kind of rolling. Still rolling. Don't take it away from him, Van Portleet. Let Jamie George is really good at the back. He's a good line-out thrower, and he does a really good job at the back of them all. Marcus Smith, good little inside step. Man, he gets poached. Is it Tag Burn? Or no, who's it? Caelan Doris. Caelan Doris, captain, number 8 for Ireland. Wow. Oh, McCluskey and Pollock having a little shoving match. Yeah, having a giggle. Geez, that's is that McCluskey? So Henry Pollock is a big dude. McCluskey, and he's a loose forward. McCluskey's a center, and he looks bigger than, what are they saying, Gibson Park here? Yeah, Gibson Park is off. Man, he's had a heck of a match. McCluskey, the center, looks bigger than Pollock, the 8-man, and Pollock is a big dude. Finally, England are bringing a replacement tight head on. What do we got here? Irish line out just inside their own 10-meter line. So they're about 61 meters away. No rush whatsoever. What do we got? Man of the match. Byrne, Gibson Park, Crawley, or McCluskey. Any of them. All three of them have been phenomenal. Tag Byrne, man, he has made plays and made plays and made plays. In after Prendergast, McCluskey, yep. You can't. You look at how critical that one line. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, and then Marcus Smith steals it. I think Marcus Smith is gone. Oh, wow. No, McCluskey gets there. Oh. Maybe McCluskey makes the man of the match on that chase down right there. Marcus Smith looked like he was gone. He looked like he was gone. Ireland did a super nifty little out the back, double out the back play. It was a beautiful line break. Crawley's off, and then Marcus Smith, Crawley was going to hit Osborne. Smith picks it off, and McCluskey just chases him down. Jeez, and takes him straight into touch. That all right. Stuart McCluskey for man of the match right there. That play right there. He's been absolutely phenomenal all Six Nations. I think Bundy Aki comes back. I think you still got to keep McCluskey on. He's looked that good. Oh, and then Ireland knock it on off of the line out. So England playing scrum advantage inside the Irish 22. Oh, wow. What a chase down from McCluskey. What a chase down. Okay, and then he switches it to a penalty advantage, hands in. What's England? They're going to tap and go. Yeah, they should. They need whatever they can get. They are cooked, but, try and do something. And then Ollie Lawrence knocks the ball forward. Jeez. Oof. Oof, man. Dark times for England. Dark times for England. Hate to see it. That's a lie. I love to see England struggle. It's nothing personal. I really like some of their players, but there's something about English rugby that just annoys me. I think it's mostly that their fans are often insufferable. No offense if you're English watching this, but honestly, I hate the English media too. I think the English media is absolutely brutal. And the way we talked about this on a previous stream. Oh, I'm live again. I don't know what happened there. I think I lost it for just a sec. The English media, I feel like, is absolutely, they're way over the top when things are going well. A guy has 2 or 3 big match, like plays well for a couple matches, and they're like, he's the greatest ever. Oh my gosh, is he the best, whatever, at his position? And then guy has 2 bad matches, and they're like, he's terrible, he's the worst. I just think British media is, English media in particular, is just absolutely brutal, and they're like over the top optimistic and like just like way too superlative when things are going good. But then the flip side of it is they're terrible and brutal when things are going bad. And I think England got the try there. Okay. Who was that? Underhill? Okay. All right. Bit of a consolation there. Decent, good carry from Sam Underhill. Really good like turn and finish and getting the ball down. Let's watch it. So Lawrence, oh my gosh, Ollie Lawrence just destroys Crawley. Van Portleet takes it. Pepper takes it. That's a really good leg drive and awareness to score that. So England could get a 4-try bonus point here. Ford's going for the conversion. Nails it. All right. So England can take more than a moral victory from this. They could actually, if they could get one more try in the last 4 minutes, yeah. Just a simple little unders line and the leg drive. Yeah, he's got Balcouni and McCluskey there, and he gets through them, and then he gets the turn in. This is great awareness from Underhill to score this try. Like, really good leg drive through contact. Take note, young players, leg drive through contact. Don't go down easy. Don't go down quickly. Drive your legs through contact, and then the awareness to get the body turn and get the ball down. Really well done by Underhill. So like I said, we got about 3.5 to go. If England can get one more try, they get a bonus point out of this. And that actually, those bonus points usually end up coming into play in a big way when it comes to the final standings here. So 21 to England, 42. So Ireland's got them doubled. Van Portleet puts the box kick up. Recovered. I think Freddie Stewart took, oh no, but Cian Prendergast with a great takeaway. I think Stewart got it, and then I think Cian Prendergast took it away from him. So Ireland, nope, now England have the ball again. Oh, Ollie Chesham just chucked it up there. That was not well done. And then Irish player like hoofs it way downfield. Wolf. Ooh, got to retain possession. And now George Ford's at his own 5. And now he's just clearing the ball, probably to touch. Oof. Tough break. That was a little bit of a back and forth. Are they going to name? They're showing Gibson Park again on the side. Yeah, man of the match, Jamison Gibson Park. That's fair enough. I went with McCluskey after that great chase down, but like Jamison Gibson Park, that first try, been an absolute champion in attack all day long. He's like, oh, me? Oh. Being a little silly, modest man. That was a great game from Gibson Park. Honestly, I thought all 4 of those players from Ireland, you could say like, yeah, you could have given that to any 4 of them. Tagburn, McCluskey, like phenomenal all around. Crawley for Prendergast at fly half, man. Okay, I think that's Jack Conan in there. Is that Conan? I haven't seen. They've had a couple more subs. I think I missed the subs actually. No. Who is that? Irish knock on. Scrum to England. Okay, so we've got 1.5 minutes to go. English scrum inside their own half, kind of like right between the 22 and the 10-meter line. Wow. Okay. Oh yeah, McCluskey's hurt. He looks banged. Bundy, yeah, but I think Ireland. In my mind, I think you got to keep if McCluskey is not fully if he's not truly injured and out after this. I really think Ireland have to keep him on the pitch. He's been absolutely phenomenal. Man, the Irish fans look happy. Somebody's drinking a Coors Light. Wow, they sell Coors Light at the Aviva Stadium. Oh, I would never think of that. Hmm. Right here in Wisconsin, we drink Spotted Cow, the good stuff. Only in Wisconsin. All right, all right. Probably England's last opportunity here. Scrum in their own half. Again, they can get a 4-try bonus point here. This game has been out of reach for quite some time, but those bonus points really matter. So England have the advantage on this. Some sort of scrum penalty. Marcus Smith hits Ollie Lawrence on the switch. Yeah, he's still playing advantage off the scrum. Yeah, if you're England, you gotta try and get a 4th try here. It's huge for the final standings. Marcus Smith tries a little chip kick, gets smoked afterwards. Okay, we're coming back. Coming back for the scrum penalty. So, yep, I think England's probably. My guess is that they're going to kick for. Yep, George Ford looks like he's going to kick for touch here. Yeah, everything to play for here. Not ultimately the result. Like Ireland's been the far superior team. Like there's not really been any doubt as to the result of this game, but everything to play for with the final standings with these bonus points. Like getting that 4th try, again, that's huge. That's huge, and that like pretty much every Six Nations, some of the placings come down to bonus points. So you have to get a bonus point every single time that you have the opportunity. All right. England are just outside the Irish 22. We just gone over 80 minutes. So next stoppage is going to be game. But yeah, England are going to try and get this bonus point here. Van Portleet hits one of his forwards on a crash ball. Oh, we got a knock on. He said the knock on like right on the ground, and that's going to be the game. Ooh. Oh, hold on. He's talking. He whistled it, but then he's like going to his thing. All right. It looks like that's the game. Wow. So no bonus point for England, no nothing. They just get smacked in Dublin at the Aviva. And that is going to be a huge win for Ireland. Huge win for Ireland. They're in good position now. You think about it. They get spanked by France in the opener. They escape with the victory over Italy last week. And then they smack their rivals at home. Like that's big. That is really big. Like Ireland is in position to end up. They could if they finish this out, they could be runners up. They could even let's say Ireland, like France. Say France pulls a France and like loses their mind and loses a match later on in this tournament. Now all of a sudden, okay, what happens? I think we got France-Scotland coming up next. Like I said, I've got a birthday party for my young daughter. So I'm going to try to stream the commentary for the replay of that second match today, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'll be on here hold on. Let me check that. What do we got coming up next? We got next. Oh no, it's Wales, Scotland. My mistake. Wales, Scotland is our next one today. I'm going to try and stream commentary for the replay of that. Tomorrow is France, Italy. So at about 9:05 tomorrow morning Central Standard Time, just like today, it was 8:05. I come on about 5 minutes before kickoff. I'll come on and do that one live. That France, Italy. That's going to be a compelling game. Again, Italy really have taken a step up. I've been talking about them a lot. I think France should be the favorite. I mean, they're in the driver's seat in this tournament. But at the same time, the Italian set pieces looked really good. If Italy can get a little more efficient with getting points on their attack, I really think they have an opportunity with this. And then if France fails to execute, if they have a kind of out of their mind, like they pull a France and they just have a terrible game, Italy could make this an interesting one. This Wales-Scotland game that I'm going to miss it as it happens because baby birthday party. I'm a new dad. Got to do the family thing. Love it. I'm really excited. Got the best little baby. But I will try to this evening to watch the Wales Scotland replay, and I'll go live and do some commentary for that one. Like part of this is just me learning and trying to do a little better every time. I appreciate all of you for being here. If you have not liked or subscribed, I hate doing this, but it's a thing. Please subscribe to the channel. Most of what I do now, it's game commentary, and then it's these silly shorts I put out, like 1 or 2 a day. But I'm really enjoying this. This is my opportunity to share rugby with the wider community. Like I said, I coach full time. I've had a really cool life thanks to rugby. And I've stepped back from full-time coaching for the opportunity to do more, to be a family man and do more of this. I'm still very involved. I'm helping a few different teams this spring. But I'm really loving this commentary. I'm also taking Dallin Stanford's broadcasting class. Those of you that know Dallin, South African born, he was a USA Sevens player. I would say he's the best commentator in America for sure of rugby. He does a broadcast course every few months. Shout out to Ryan Gray of the West Des Moines Wombats and the B-Side Boys for putting me onto it and recommending it. Really enjoyed it. I'm 2 out of 3 sessions in. Dallin gives great information. I think I have the other people taking the class with me. You know, we've got a few Americans, we've got a Canadian, we've got a guy from South Africa, we've got another fella from Zimbabwe. Shout out to Zimbabwe, go Sables. I've coached some kids from Zim, love Zimbabweans. And it's really been a great course. I would recommend it if you have any interest. I didn't do it with the intent like, oh, I'm going to be a rugby broadcaster. I did it with the intent of this is a new perspective and a new role within the game that I can learn about and look to do. So I definitely recommend Dallin Stanford's broadcasting course. It's been a lot of fun. I'm really excited for the final one coming up this week. They're interviewing Jamison Gibson Park as the man of the match right now, man. He killed it. You think that first try, super heads up play to score that first try, and he absolutely just led such a good attack all game long. Well deserved. Like I said, my pick was McCluskey, especially when he makes that cover tackle on Marcus Smith there late in the game. But Jamison Gibson Park absolutely killing it. Ireland are in three halves into the Six Nations. They look like they were in trouble, and 3 halves later, they look like the second best team in the tournament, possibly. So that, again, I've talked about momentum a lot. Like, momentum matters. Andy Farrell making that sub, bringing Sam Prendergast out and putting Crawley in, totally changed how Ireland have looked in attack, improved them defensively. Hey, what's up, Keelan? Good to see you again, man. Hey, how about Wales against Scotland? I want to see Wales do it. I think Scotland's got it, but Wales has these moments where they play like a good 10, 15 minutes of rugby. They just can't put it together. Kind of like England today, where they get like possession and they're like, okay, good things are happening. They're in a good position. And then it's like an execution failure at a bad time. And they like another opportunity squandered. So I really want to see Wales because it's like such a historic rugby country. They have such a great history. To watch them struggle the way they have is really tough. I would say, you've been hearing it for over a decade that like the Welsh Rugby Union has just been messing up the regions and stuff. They take all these historic clubs that have 100+ year histories and then, hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Happy birthday to the baby. I appreciate it. Thanks for being on here. And then they combine them randomly. It's very strange. All good. You're late, man. No worries. Appreciate you coming back. Yeah, Ireland got that one. That was oof. But they combined, they've like kind of screwed over the regions. They've combined, like they've taken like natural teams that are rivals, and now we're all Ospreys fans and stuff. And then they end up they got to axe teams because they're because for financial reasons, which makes sense. You're playing Roblox. all good. Do you, my man? Yeah, the management of the game and how like we have to, as rugby community, we want to get all the talent together. We also have to keep identity. And I talk about that a lot about like American rugby needs to find its own identity. I think Wales has really screwed up their regional and their club identity. And some of it is like Wales is a small place. And there's only so much, there's only so many fans and they've got to make it commercially viable. But I feel like they've just peed down their own leg quite a bit. That would be an expression for it. But I can't, how does Welsh rugby fix it? I don't even know. I think They had, they overperformed for so many years. They had a real golden generation that won a lot of Six Nations championships. And then they've really it's finally kind of like, you've been hearing all these things for, over a decade that like, they're screwing this up. They're screwing this up. But the international team was still performing. And then all of a sudden it's finally kind of like chickens have come home to roost, and Welsh rugby's in a tough, tough spot. But I'll be interested to see how that game against Scotland turns out. I'm going to try and ignore it so that I can watch it, watch the replay live tonight and do a little bit more with that. But this has been fun. I hope this has been an improvement. Again, I'd like to say a shout out to my man Rizzo at Badger Kings Rugby Company. He mentioned that, hey, whiteboard, like you got some good technical stuff to offer. That was a good recommendation. I appreciate that, Riz. I realize that this is probably backwards for you guys at home. That's tough. I got to find a way to figure that out. Maybe I need to learn how to write backwards. I'm not sure. But I'm learning on the fly. And thanks for being here and being a part of learning with me. I love the commentary. I love the questions. It's really cool. This has been a fun experience. It's not like my natural thing. I'm a guy who wants to coach rugby. I want to develop young players. I want to help people get better at rugby. But if we get to have some fun and I get to call some matches and give you my observations, I think American rugby has a lot to gain. We got a home World Cup coming up in 5 years. That could be a game changer. The Welsh under-20s are better. You're not wrong. The under-20s are actually good. So here's the thing. That's kind of like with Italy getting better here now. That was like young dudes. Italy had a really good U20 team for a couple years, and they got their academy system right. And they had these guys playing together at a young age. Density of talent is another thing I talk about a lot. And they pushed these guys up to international level when a lot of them were like 20, 21, 22. And now these guys have had 3-4 years at the international level, and they're coming through. So I think Wales say, that U20 team, you want to see where the results. Push Coach Clinic in Madison. Oh, that's a good thought, Big Dick. Yeah. So March 8th, Sunday, I'm going to be doing a Coach Clinic down in Madison at the Madison United Rugby Complex. I'm one of two presenters. Focus of it is going to be keep making rugby fun and safe. So these are two things that I am huge about. I always tell my players, like, the most important thing is rugby's a dangerous sport. Do it safely. After that, make rugby fun. You want more kids to play rugby. You want players to stick around. You want your players to recruit more players. If they are having a lot of fun, they are going to find more players for you. They're going to bring that next kid in. They might bring in that freak athlete who's like not sure, but like, oh, his friends are having a bunch of fun. Yup. Keep it safe. Make it fun. No, dude, I've been seeing pen all second half. I got a good one. I got a good dry erase pen right here. We're doing it in blue. I love it. But yeah, back to the Welsh under 20s. If Wales are going to come back, like, watch that U20 team. Yep. I saw that the previous week too. They were really close. I think I was like, oh, okay. So maybe 3-4 years, those guys get to international level. I mean, it's only up from here. A lot of times they say it's darkest before the dawn, and it's pretty dark in Welsh rugby right now. Take care of the kids. Like, the future is always, you got to be looking back 4 or 5 years, 10 years into the future. Like, that's where your results are going to come from. Like, good results in the moment can oftentimes, like, organizations, teams, they get complacent. Oh, we're good. We're killing it right now. And then they don't develop that next group. They're like, what they've got going on as far as player development, as far as union development, as far as academy systems, that stuff stagnates. And now all of a sudden, the results start to slip at the top level. And it's because you didn't take care of the grassroots. You didn't bring those kids up. Those kids didn't get the quality of matches, the quality of development they needed 5 years ago. And now that top level struggling. So get it right at the grassroots level. You'll get it right at the senior level eventually. And that's kind of, I guess I'll close with this, like American rugby, we have golden opportunities. We know we have plenty of good athletes. We know we have great rugby minds in this country. We need to get more kids playing. We need to get those kids that are really talented playing together as soon as possible. And we need to push this game forward in this country. All right. Our men's senior side has underperformed for always. They've been calling us a sleeping giant for decades. I hate hearing that. because ultimately it's sleeping giant. Oh, it's going to awaken. It's when are we going to awaken? It's only going to, like, the sleeping giant of American rugby is only going to awaken if we all get our stuff together, and if we can get some more the ball in way more kids' hands, and if we can develop our young players. All right. We need to raise the profile of rugby. That's both in the country, but that's in your local community. All right. So I'm not going to suddenly make rugby the coolest thing ever that's happening in America right now. All right. But if a whole bunch of people in their local community, in their state, in their region, if they can push rugby forward and make rugby more popular there, that's how we raise it from the bottom. All right. It's got to come from the grassroots. Come on, Wales is right, my man. I want to see Wales do good. Reece Zammit has been like he's been the one, like he's making plays, hasn't found the try zone yet, but I think if Reece Zammit gets across the line today, I think Wales got a shot. And also, Scotland, that bounce back, they had that huge dub. Do they build off that huge dub against England, or are they like, yeah, we're playing Wales, we got this, Yeah, oh no, it's on the Welsh. It's on their strip. That means, doesn't that mean Wales? Isn't that Wales in the Welsh language? Hold up, I'm Googling that right now because I see it all the time. Yeah, it means Wales. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. It's in the Welsh language. Yeah, of course. I was like, no, that's what they wear on the strip. But all right, well, Peacock has gone to like cross country skiing or something, so I got to get out of here. But baby birthday party. Thank you all for being here. Like, subscribe, yada yada, etc. I appreciate you all. I will do the replay of the Wales Scotland game tonight. My guess would be around 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then tomorrow morning at 9:05 Central Standard Time a.m. We'll do that France-Italy one live. So appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, etc., etc. Oh, Rizzo, Badger King, appreciate it. Jeez, y'all, I love this. This has been a bunch of fun. We're gonna keep doing it. Take care. Go rugby. Go American rugby. I appreciate all of you so gosh darn much. Bye-bye.